Hello traders, welcome to Zero Traders. So today we'll be analyzing NZDCAD, right? So before we take a look at the technicals, let's really see what we have in the fundamentals this week. So you can see all the news, high impact news event we have this week. So on Monday and Tuesday we have no high impact news, but on Wednesday we have CPI for AUD, right? For year over year, month over month, right? And also for USD around 3 a.m. President Trump is going to speak, right? So let's pay attention because whenever he speaks, it actually always moves the market. So let's pay attention to this. So this is always the market on your calendar, right? So I'm very careful when you are trading, right? So on Thursday we have unemployment claims for USD as well, right? So that's to pay a card as well. We have GDP month over month. So these are the high impact news we have coming up during the week, right? So let's take a look at the technicals right now, right? So as you can see, this is the monthly time frame, and what we want to look at on the monthly time frame is for we to know the order flow. Literally, in other words, we want to know the trend. What is actually the current trend, right? So if we want to draw a current trend, we can see from here we have a major break of structure around this point, right? So when we had this major break of structure around this point, we can see how price traded higher again and tapped into this order block right here, right? So you can call it supply level or whatever you want to call it, but price tap into that level, right? So and when price tap into that level, right, ever since price has been like striving to go down. So our goal is to come and clear off this low for it to continue lower, right? So based on the market structure, so having known that, okay, we're actually bearish on the monthly time frame, we want to go to the daily time frame to look at, okay, let's look at the weekly time frame first and see the structures as well, if the structures are actually aligning with the monthly time frame structure. So looking at the weekly time frame structure, we can see a sweep here, not really a major break, but then we can see how market has been doing, retraced back, right, and then is reacting off this level. So since price is reacting off this level, it means that price may most likely come down here again, right? So seeing that weekly time frame and the monthly time frame, they actually aligned, let's go to the daily time frame to look for setups, right? So what do we look for on daily time frame? Literally the same thing. We just look for break of structure, right? So and we look for break of structures, and also we look out for the order block, right? So we can see at around this point price swept liquidity above this high, right? So now if price was able to come and sweep this liquidity here, and then we know that, okay, this price will possibly start buying, right? But then seeing that we are bearish on the monthly time frame, we want to calm down, right? So I want to calm down before buying because price is bearish on the weekly and monthly time frame. So and then obviously price came back later in the future to break this particular low. So it means that at this point we had a break of structure, right? So now that we have a break of structure here, we want to wait for price to come back to the order block that was broken, right? So this is the order block that was broken, right? So and at this point, we want to wait for price to come back to it. So we can see that price came back to it. At this point, we can see that price came back to it and the price danced around for a while. But already we can see we have a change of character here already, right? On the daily time frame, we have a high, a low, a high, and then a break, right? So our price has traded pretty much traded back into the order block, and then we can see a good reaction now. So we are actually expecting that NZD card is going to continue dropping all the way from this point, right? So I'm actually in on this trade already. I shared it with the community already. If you have not joined, you can join our Telegram community, guys. Link on this video description. God bless you.